Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the 2023 BMW X5. This one is equipped with the parking assistant package and the premium package, so let me go ahead and show you all the features this one has. Under the hood there is a 3.0 twin turbocharged i6. It is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This engine produces 335 horsepower and 331 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers are 21 in the city, 25 highway, and 23 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2023 BMW X5. If you guys are interested in the standard features it has and the options and packages, just go ahead and pause the video, and the price with destination is $68,990. If you guys are curious about the color is called Sparkling Brown Metallic, and it does look pretty good on this BMW X5. By the way, it does have the brown interior, so a very nice combination. By the way, this X5 is the X-Line trim. It's not the M Sport, so if you get the M Sport, basically the exterior of this X5 will be more aggressive, and there'll be darker accents and no plastic fender flares. Coming to the front of this X5, I personally think it does look good. I love the fact that the kidney grille is a good size on this X5. They are finished in brushed aluminum. The BMW logo or badge is right there. By the way, this brown color has a ton of metallics in it, and it does look very, very nice. Here is the headlight. For the headlights, I personally think the housing is nice. It's not aggressive, it's not too big, and it's not too small, and everything right here in the front is LED, and that's expected from BMW and a $70,000 SUV. In the bottom there is some brushed aluminum with some flat black. There is front parking sensors here, and there is a bottom grille with this brushed aluminum trim in the bottom. And yeah, I personally think this thing looks very good. And by the way, there is a front-facing camera. I'll show you that. And this is part of the parking assistant package. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this X5. Here is the side view of this BMW X5. It does look pretty good from the side, and there is a good amount of brushed aluminum right here on the side. So in the bottom there is a little bit of brushed aluminum. There is a fake vent that is finished in brushed aluminum, and the window trims are finished in brushed aluminum. On the roof there is some roof rails. They're finished in brushed aluminum as well, and a panoramic sunroof. And on the mirror there is a blind spot monitoring system, a turn signal indicator, and a camera for the 3D view this X3 has. And as you guys see, the fender flares are finished in plastic. If you guys get the M Sport trim, they will be body colored. And for the rims, they look pretty good. They are called the V-spoke rims. They are 20 inches and they are $600, and the size is 275, 45, 20, and the ground clearance on this X5 is 8.7. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back view of this X5. Here's the back of this X5, and I think it does look pretty good, and I really like this brown color. As I mentioned, it does have a ton of metallics in it. For the taillights, they have a blacked out look to them. Everything is LED, and the taillight housing is a little bit on the bigger side, but it does look good. It's not aggressive, super simple, but it does have a nice design to it. Here is the BMW logo. Backup camera is on the right, and here is the wiper, and there is a spoiler. Definitely adds a nicer look, and there is some gloss black right here on the side. The X5 badge is on the left. It is actually big, finished in chrome. The X-Drive 4DI is on the right, and in the bottom there is a little bit of plastic. The reflectors are a little bit on the bigger side. Not a big fan of the design of them. And there is that sparkling brown in the bottom with brushed aluminum. And for the exhaust tips, they are finished in brushed aluminum, but they're not connected to the exhaust pipe, and there is parking sensors back here. Here's the key of this BMW X5. It does look good, has a really nice weight to it, and it is finished in brushed aluminum and flat black. There's 4 buttons on this key: unlock, lock, tailgate release, and a panic button. Let's go ahead and open the tailgate. It does open nice and quick, and it does have that dual or split tailgate. So to open the bottom one, there is a button right here. Click on it, and the bottom portion of the tailgate will open. You could use this as a bench, and by the way, you could click this button again and it will go up by itself. So it is powered up and down, and inside there is a ton of space. The opening is massive on this X5. Up here there is 2 buttons, one to lock, one to close the tailgate, and the other one is to close the tailgate and lock the SUV. And this bottom tailgate is nice and sturdy, so you could definitely sit here. And super impressed with the space in this X5. A little bit of storage place right here. I love the fact that it says X right here. There's a hook, 12 volt. There's an LED light on the right, privacy cover, and there's another LED light on the left. And there's a hook right here, another X. And not like the X3. The X3 you could actually reach and drop the seats from where I am, but on this X5 you cannot do that. So you have to do that from the front or from the second row. And I really wish there was some buttons back here to drop the second row down. I think it would be convenient. In the bottom there is a ton of space, and there is a strut that holds this cover. Here is the door handle. It is finished in the same color as this SUV. To lock the SUV, there's a sensor right here. Just go ahead and click on it. This will take care of locking the SUV, and to unlock it, there is a sensor behind the door handle. That's how you unlock the SUV. Here is the front door panel, and it does look pretty good. This X5 is finished in the coffee interior, so of course they're going to be a little bit of brown. The seats are finished in brown, and this top portion right here is nice and soft. I love the stitching. Door locks, this is finished in brushed aluminum. Door handle feels nice and solid. Memory seats, a little bit of flat black, which I don't mind. This is nice and soft. Here is the tweeter. All the windows are automatic up and down. Folding mirrors, mirror controls. Here is the tailgate release, and this right here is nice and soft. This is soft. I love the stitching. There's more of that brown stitching. Brushed aluminum, and here is a speaker. It does have a nice design to it, and I really like this wood. And in the bottom there is a ton of storage place, and usually BMW does a great job with the storage places on the doors. This is actually nice and soft, so this is not plastic, which is good. And inside, the seats are nice and comfortable. I love the design on those seats. And here are the seat controls, and this button right here will basically adjust the side of the seat, so it will basically tighten around your body. And here is the lumbar support, and it does have thigh extension, but manual thigh extension. But let's go ahead and move inside this X5, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2023 BMW X5. It does look pretty good from the inside. It is nice and spacious, and the seating position is perfect. There is a ton of glass, so windows are nice and big, and seeing out of this SUV is just perfect. And yeah, seriously, I love the seating position. And steering wheel has a nice design to it. It is nice and thick, and usually BMW does that with all their SUVs and cars, and they are well known for it. There's a little bit of brushed aluminum right here. I really love this stitching, and of course the BMW logo is in the center. Here is the heated steering wheel button, and it should display right there in the bottom. Right here on the left there is the safety features, the cruise controls, and on the right is the volume controls and the voice command phone controls. Behind the steering wheel there is some paddle shifters. They do feel nice and solid, and behind the steering wheel is the turn signal controls and the high and low beam. And on the right is the wiper controls, and here is the gauge. It is a 12.3 inch screen, and there is a 12.3 inch touch screen. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And right here, this feels a little bit on the cheaper side. I'm not a big fan of it, but I love the design. I really wish that the air vent did not feel this light or this cheap, because it does have a little bit of cheapness to it. But again guys, the design looks good. I love the brushed aluminum, the gloss black, and the flat black. This is actually nice and soft, which is very good. Here are the headlight controls, the brightness controls, and there is a storage place. I love what BMW does. They do that with all their SUVs, so there's like a storage place in the bottom. A lot of car companies are not doing that. This is nice and soft, heads-up display, and here is the 12.3 inch screen. It does look good. I really like the design of it. And again guys, it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And here is the backup camera. Backup camera resolution looks good, and as I mentioned, does have the 3D view, so very nice responsive camera system. And even when I move or when I turn the wheel, it will show it in the picture. And as you guys see, the picture itself, it's nice and high quality, and I really think that BMW did a great job with the 360 camera. And let me go ahead and show you the system itself. It is nice and responsive, so going from one menu to another, it's nice and responsive. Here are the air vents. They do look good, and they have the same kind of light feel to them, which I'm not a big fan of, but there's brushed aluminum, flat black, and I really like this wheel right here that will basically control the air, so you could basically close the vent and open it. Emergency light bind, this right here will turn on and turn off few safety features. There's an LCD screen in the middle that will display the fan speed, temperature, and everything. And climate controls are very easy to use. There is heated seats, 3 stages, and here is the fan speed. There is a fan speed for the driver and passenger. For the radio controls, very easy to use. There is 8 presets, seek buttons, and a volume knob. And there is this cover right here. I really like this wood trim. It's called ash wood grain trim, and you could open this cover. There's a wireless phone charger, a storage place, 1 USB, 1 12-volt, and 2 cup holders. And here is the shifter that will control the 8-speed automatic transmission in this X5. Move it to the front for reverse, back for drive, slightly to the front for neutral. And here is the park button, e-brake, brake hold, hill descent, and there is 3 drive modes. So there is comfort, sport, and eco. So let me go ahead and show you. Sport, comfort, and eco. And here is the engine start stop, parking sensors, a button to turn on the camera, the backup camera, traction control, and a few controls right here to control the screen. So you could just click home, that will take you back home, and you could go up and down using this wheel. There's a back button option, and the armrest is nice and soft. Inside there is a good amount of space. There is a light, 1 USB Type-C, and I really like this wood trim, the brushed aluminum. This is nice and soft. And coming up here, the rear view mirror looks good. It's not frameless, but it does look good. And here is a button to turn on all the lights, individual buttons to turn on just the reading lights, SOS, and a button to open this panoramic sunroof. It does open nice and quick. You could actually open it more, so that's good. And the shade is all the way in the back. And seriously, this panoramic sunroof is nice and big, and the visor is plastic or hard. Not a big fan of it. And inside there is an okay mirror with an LED light. Usually BMW doesn't really put big mirrors, and I really wish they did. For 70,000, I really wish that the visor was a little bit big, but it does feel nice and solid. For the back door panel, it is the same design as the front. This top portion right here is finished in black. This is nice and soft. I love the stitching. Door handle feels nice and solid, and the armrest is nice and soft. This is nice and soft. And here is the window switch. As I said, everything is automatic up and down for the windows. I love this brushed aluminum, more of that wood. The speaker looks good. A ton of storage place in the bottom of this door, and it is soft, not finished in plastic. And for the back seats, they're nice and spacious, they're nice and comfortable, a ton of headroom, and this panoramic sunroof looks pretty good. And I love the fact that it goes all the way to the back where the back seats are. And there is an armrest back here, a little bit on the harder side, and there's a storage place inside. Cup holders, not a big fan of what BMW does with their cup holders, and they just feel a little bit on the cheaper side in my opinion. And yeah, as I mentioned, good amount of leg room, a ton of headroom. And coming inside, there is gloss black, brushed aluminum, and there is 4-zone climate control. This BMW X5 has the 4-zone package or option, and the air vents look alright. They're finished in plastic, very cheap. Not sure why BMW is doing that on this X5. There's a storage place in the bottom. There is 112 volt, and by the way, there is USB Type-C's on both of the back seats. And something that's nice, there is a vent back here, a little bit on the cheaper side as well. You could block the air if you want to, and you could put attachments here on the back seats if you want to. And I completely forgot, but this X5 has the heated armrest option. It is a $350 option, and that's how the front of this X5 looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2023 BMW X5. I would like to thank Brittany and BMW in North Haven, Connecticut for providing me this X5. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.